So, hey folks, hope you're all well. I'm out in the Naked Ninja today, and it's a little fresh, but I've got all the winter gear on still, so heated grips on 100%, now that they're thankfully back where they should be. So I had to make up a little bracket for it. Somebody actually offered me a bracket on my channel, and I thought, I've got a little bit of steel in the work, I'll just make one. So I made one and just stuck it on with double-sided tape, so hopefully that lasts. So let's talk live streams, which is something I've been watching for probably over a year now. I started off watching Rev Bomb, and then Simon GTR, which was on straight after it, and since then I noticed X is the Rider had been doing them as well, and he's been doing them for quite a while as well. I watched some of his old ones back, and I find them quite interesting, that you get to find out a little bit more some of the time about the guys who you sometimes subscribe to. If not, by the end of the live stream, you've normally subscribed to somebody if you've not already. So I quite enjoy these. I was watching them online as they were happening live for the best part of a year probably, but now I've actually started listening to them while I'm at work, and what I notice is you recognise you don't really need to see their faces because you already know who they are the majority of the time. So cheers to everybody who does them. I think the first ever live stream I watched was way back in the basic bikers days, which were quite entertaining, I thought. It was mostly only Scottish people that was on. They even had Teapot One on at one point. So if you go back, oh, I don't even know when it was, look back here at your Vlogster's channel and you'll see. Oh, don't think that was closed properly there. So it's great watching these guys doing them. Another one I watch is the military biker, Stevie Boy. And again, I watch and I listen as well. And amazing, Stevie's a great guy. Up there in Canada, from Liverpool originally. And if you want to see drones like no other, get Stevie to make you a drone. It's military grade drones he builds, but for a living. So I imagine it'd be really good for following motorbikes, tracking motorbikes. So that's led me on to drones, which is really cool. They are really cool. I've seen a few guys, not just motovloggers, with them. I've been watching quite a few, and I'm impressed. But what I figured out is they're pretty dear. The one I like it's almost £900, £870 or something. The DJI Mini 3, something like that. But I didn't realise they were as expensive as they are. I've got some money sitting aside from my birthday there at the start of March, and I thought I think I might buy a drone. But then it turned out I didn't even have half the money for a drone. Although if you go on AliExpress, you can buy a drone for around £20. And if you read the reviews, some people actually point out that the footage quality isn't very good. Can you believe that? That's unbelievable, isn't it? £20 drone and the footage quality isn't very good. Duh. So I think I'll stick that on the list of things to buy when I win the lottery. Or when the mortgage is paid off. I've only got about another 3 years to go in that. So that'll be good for my own personal pocket. So instead of buying half a drone, I'm going to buy a new jacket, I think. And maybe even a new lid. I've still got a couple of lids in mind. I'll pop them up in fact and show you them. One's a carbon one. It was possibly the worst thing I ever done was pick up a carbon helmet in J&S one day. Then I went back to pick up non-carbon helmets. They just all felt so heavy. So if you're looking for a new lid, don't pick up the carbon ones. It was something I hadn't really thought about, was the weight of the lids, until I was away to Skye with the Millers, and Andy Miller picked up my lid and he's like, God, that's some weight, that, isn't it? And I'm like, oh, yeah, but you've got the camera on it and that, and it was a modular AGV that I had with me to Skye that time. So modular lids are a lot heavier. Not a lot heavier, but they are a bit heavier. But it certainly is a little bit heavier than this Scorpion that I'm wearing. So I've had this lid for, it'll be 3 years come summer. So I really am due a new one. I've washed the liners a few times and there's still that smell off it, you know. There's that motorcyclist head smell, which I'll be honest, I quite like. It's like, I know I'm weird, but I just like that smell. When I first put my lid on, if I've not put it on for a while, it's like, oh, the smell of what goodness is to come. So I am out today. I'm going to, I'm trying to remember the name of the place. In fact, I don't even know the name of the place. It's some wind farm, and I think it would be a good little spot for maybe Lockwood and Ayrshire Vlogster to go on their adventure bikes. So I passed this bit a couple of months back maybe. I was going down here to look at 2001, I'm sure it was, Honda CB600F, aka a Honda Hornet. So I was passing here and I thought to myself, that's quite a good spot there. When I was out with Lockwood and that, they were looking for spots to sort of go semi-off-road down some trails and that. And I thought, there's a good spot there for them to do that. Oh wait, there's a barrier and a fence. But what I figured was, they could go around that on their bikes, I'm sure. Let's have a look. Hopefully that barrier's not blocking your view. And that looks as if it goes down there quite a bit. So Black Law 2 wind farm. It's annoying that's there. I could have just squeezed through. Oh, excuse me. That looks pretty doable. I think I could get up there. But for adventure bikes, they definitely could get up here, no bother. So there's a challenge for these lads. I'm kidding. I've not heard any challenges in a while actually. I'll need to think one up for this year. So at the minute I'm still glad I never got this as my first big bike. Although in theory it still is my first big bike, since the CB500 is a medium class. But no, this is quite cool. I'm getting used to it slowly but surely. So I'm just getting ready to leave here, and I look up and there's a security camera, and there'll be more of them a bit. So if you get one of these neck tube snood type things, stick it over your Regi plate, nobody'll know who you are. There's a few bikes in the horizon there coming towards me. See that BMW there? That was exactly the same colour as this was supposed to be. And that is the colour it is. But there was a mix up with the paint codes. So it's actually still not as nice as the colour I'd intended it to be, but I like it. And I'd already blew about another 50 quid on 3 tins of colour coded paint. So shit happens. So I'm considering getting a few bits on the bike, hydro dipped it's called, where they can coat any material with a layer. I'm looking for carbon fibre. I was going to buy a carbon front mudguard thingy, but then I thought there's another couple of bits I want to do on it, so then I thought back to, I was nearly doing this in the past on a few car parts, and there's a couple of places semi-local to me, so my plan is one day during the week is to take the bike up and tell them what bits I want done and sort of get a quote for it. I never bother painting these white sections, the white like sort of side fairings, because I thought I might just get them done in carbon. Maybe. Nothing's set in stone. So I'll just jump on the motorway here and head back home. Stuff to do, people to see. Well, I'll leave you at that, folks. You just take it easy. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers.